Hello YouTube watchers, this is Right at the Chip Guy here. I have a dilemma in my house. I want to share with you the idea I had to stack up all these bikes in this very small space. I used to have two bikes only, and I used to just hang them off the ceiling like that, no problem. But now I have four that I want to keep in this area. So what I came up with is going to be just it's going to be using two 2x4s. Power drill, zip ties, insulation for air conditioning, that's 1/2 inch. This is the rubbery type, not the foam type. 12-inch rebars, and that's 1/2 inch in diameter. And my plan is simply to drill the wood in an angle and shove this thing into the wood, and then protect the metal with the rubbery tube that's here, and use the zip ties to lock it down so it doesn't move around too much, and then hang the bikes. The bikes are around 30 pounds each, so 15 pounds, and that's going to be without the tires, by the way. I will not be hanging the tires in this place. What I'm going to do is I'm going to simply hang the tires off one of the rafters here. So watch out. Here is part one of the actually putting together. As you can see, I made an angle hole, and I shoved the rebar inside there, and I put a section of the tubing in a zip tie to stabilize. I may want to bring it out a little bit more to close the end, or just put more zip ties just like that, but I'm not sure yet. And as you can see, the first bike, I'm sorry about the shaking. This is a mountain bike, so it's holding up really good. I'm sure there's going to be some sagging because of the wood, but it shouldn't be too bad. And I can always redo it with a different angle. Now I'm going to mount the other bar here on the right side, and that should do the trick. Now, if I wanted the bike to go up, I can bring it down. So I'm going to kind of keep it simple, and that's where I'm going to put the rebar for this bike, and then the other bikes will go on top. I hope it fits. Okay, the first bike is in place. The job is partially finished, and I can see how it looks. Let me show you how it looks. Very easy and cheap. I only spent $21 at the local hardware store to mount it. And I'm gonna mount the other bikes now. Okay. The third, I guess, support is there. I'm gonna try to record and at the same time do the job. I don't have 3 hands, so forgive me. This is a 1/2 inch paddle bit, easily accessible. And I'm gonna be careful not to hit the wood behind. So I'm gonna be watching. There we go. Now I take the bar. I need to get a hammer, looks like. You know, these things are not cut very smooth. So, come on. It's gonna be loud now. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this foamy thing here, and I'm gonna cut to my measurements. It's gonna be 11 inches. It's gonna get dark now, guys. Forgive me. Simple cut. Slips right in there. And I'll remove this plastic thing and put the zip tie. Sadly, I don't have 3 hands. I should have used a GoPro for this, seriously. It's gotta look tacky. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop the video, guys. Okay, the job is completed. I had to make some modifications because of the length of the 2x4. First, I allowed the back tire of the mountain bike to simply drop to the ground, and I removed the support for the back. I only kept the front, and the tire I just put behind the bike. For the middle bike, I have both supports, and I actually don't even have to put the bike hanging off of the raft. I can just keep it next to the bike itself. And I have clearance between the bikes to remove any bike in any order. For the top bike, very similar. The tire is just hanging with the bike from the top. So again, I have clearance. I can simply remove this tire. It's a very light bike, so, and then remove the bike from the storage unit. Okay. Now, you may ask, how did you put this 2x4 on the wall? The 2x4, I allowed it to touch the ground, as you can see right there. So the weight is transferred to the ground. Then I use cabinet screws with a hex bit right here to simply drill straight through into the wood, which is back here. And if I ever want to remove this, it's an easy patch and easy paint, you know. So the screw just goes right into the wood right there. And if I ever have to remove it, I can easily patch and paint. So white, easy stuff. Well, I know it's cheap. I only spent like $21 at the local hardware store. And I know you may make fun of me, but I didn't want to spend crazy money, but I wanted to get the job done. There you go, you can see all 3 bikes hanging from the storage unit. Alright, if it works for you, go for it, man. Goodbye.